Hello, everybody, and welcome to what I hope will be a yearly tradition here on the Josh Show. They call it the holiday special, if you will, because today we are going to take all the games that I've played for the very first time this year and rank them. A simple list, just go through all 11 games that I picked up for the first time and beat for the first time this year. Something that I've been trying to do recently because I am just a Nintendo coded kid, but then I realized I have played Mario, a couple Pokemon games, and I played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and I played Metroid Dread, and that's about it. And so I've just been trying to diversify my palette, my gaming palette, a lot over the last couple years, and you can kind of see this in some of the games that I have played. There's launch games. There are games that are older. Some games that are older than me, in fact. So this will be fun. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? We're ready for a holiday special. And let's start with where I started with this year. Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. I'll just kind of put it here while we talk about it. I'm pretty new to Fire Emblem. I played Awakening. That was the first game I played in the series. I played that last year. I liked it quite a bit. And I wanted to try out a couple of the 3DS games since I've got one of those. And Echoes, I had a pretty good time with. I would say starting off just low A. I liked the combat system, although I didn't fully understand that you could retreat, and that is actually something advantageous for you to do, because it is such a faithful remake of the original game that it's based off of. There are things that it's oh, I didn't know you could do that. As someone who's pretty new to the Fire Emblem series, that didn't click with me. I think if I had played a lot more games beforehand, I may have enjoyed this game a bit more, but I'd say it's low A, maybe high B. High B. I don't think there will be many games that are this low, because I feel like a lot of the games I played this year are bangers. Excuse me. I really enjoyed my time with it, but it's a game I don't think I'll come back to anytime soon. But, moving on. Fire Emblem Three Houses. I also played this pretty shortly after I played Echoes. I just got on a Fire Emblem kick for a while, for the first couple months of the year. I really like Three Houses. It's definitely gonna go higher. I would say it is high mid A. Sorry, it is high mid A of games I played this year. And how we're probably gonna do this, I'm probably just gonna only have one or two games in S tier, because those are just the games that I liked the most and I spent the most time playing. I really like Three Houses. I think the thing that's kind of puts it above Echoes for me is I do like the story a bit more. I do like the branching paths a bit more. I think the characters were just a bit more endearing to me personally, and there's a lot more characters, it feels. And I wasn't super huge on the whole social aspect of it, where you run around, do the week of the monastery type of deal. But there were things about that I liked. I liked seeing how people reacted to certain events. And I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but I have played Blue Lines was the first route I played. I really liked that. I played Golden Deer. I finished that a couple months ago. I came back and played Golden Deer route. I liked that a good amount, and I just started Black Eagles route. I don't know, because I know that path splits, so I don't know which one I'll end up picking. But I really like Fire Emblem Three Houses. Solid. I think playing these two games and Awakening kind of have helped me practice okay, I'm more introduced to the Fire Emblem franchise now. I would be probably a bit more willing to dip my toes into some of the older games, and also when the new one comes out, Fortune's Weave, I think, next year, I will probably pick that up. So good on you, Fire Emblem, you won a fan. Sonic Adventure 2, I played this and I played Sonic Frontiers. I had some fun with the game, but I'm gonna be honest, I just think Sonic's not for me. I know. Shocker. I think out of these two, I think I did enjoy Frontiers a bit more, but I'd say Frontiers is maybe a low B if I were to put it on this list. I get that Sonic is just inherently different because I was raised on Mario. I know it's inherently different from Mario in the sense, whereas you'll probably want to replay a lot of Sonic stages to get a higher rank, to kind of test yourself to be better. Where I'm more on the hand is I like kind of just meandering through stages. I like kind of taking my time sometimes, exploring, and I just kind of realized hey, Sonic's probably just not the franchise for me. I can respect the game. I can see that it was very good and very well received at the time it came out. It's just not for me. I did play the pyramid stage quite a bit though. I actually really dig the music on that, and I actually did try to get a higher rank on that. I ended up getting like a B rank. That's the highest rank I got in the entire game. So yeah, I can respect it. The game's just not for me though. So sorry, Sonic fans. I know it's heartbreaking to you. Okay, Spider-Man Miles Morales. I played the original. I played the first one, Spider-Man Remastered, last year, and I picked these both up at the same time because they're both on sale. But I didn't play Miles Morales until this year. It is a shorter experience than the first game. It is just a bit lighter. I get that's kind of supposed to be like an interlude between the two. I would say it goes. It's a low A for me. I'd say a low A. I think I had a bit more fun with it than I did Echoes, and it's a short and sweet experience. You know, I didn't feel like I need to go on like 100% anything. It was a fun game that I spent a little less than maybe 10 hours in, and I had a good time. And I played through it, and I said that was good. I'll probably pick up Spider-Man 2 whenever it's on sale on Steam. But yeah, I don't play PC games a ton because this is being recorded on a laptop. This is the only gaming thing I have outside of Nintendo products, and those are just accrued along my childhood and then into my early adulthood now. So I have to pay for a streaming service anytime I want to play a PC game, and so I don't play them as much, but I'm getting a bit more into them, and as you can see from what's down here. But I did like Miles Morales, and I think I like the original Spider-Man a bit more, just because it has more content, but for just a short experience to kind of like get you prepped for the next big game, I liked it. I thought it was good. Okay, next one. I ended up actually playing Marvel Rivals. Okay. Again, this is like my first intro to the hero shooter genre, and kind of like Sonic, it's just not for me. I can respect it. The art style is amazing. I'm just not very good at these types of games, and I don't really want to take the amount of time it would take to really get good at these games, because I just have other things that I need to be doing. I need to be working on school, I need to be working at work, and I want to make these videos too, and play games that I know I can get better at. So Marvel Rivals, I played it like season 2. I know it's at like season 5 at this point. So yeah, it's definitely, I've fallen off the meta or whatever it was, or whatever it is, but I enjoyed the time I had with it, but nothing like wowed me about it. So, you know, low B. I had a good time. Okay. Now we get into Switch 2 launched, and as you can see, there's a good chunk of games from the Switch 2. Mario Kart Mario Kart World. Okay, that probably tells you what I'm getting. Okay. High A tier. I know people have their complaints about this game. I just don't really care. Knockout Tour, so much fun for me. I have spent so much time playing Knockout Tour, and all the complaints and all the drama about the course selections for like the regular races, for those who are in the know and those who were kind of there for that. I was just playing Knockout Tour. I didn't really care. Lobbies were full there. I was having a good time. I do hope that they add more Knockout Tours in the future, especially if I do keep playing online. It's not something that I'm playing very consistently, but I would say I turn on Mario Kart World and play at least a few matches, at least do like some time trials or something at least once a week. Also, this is the first time I've tried doing like time trials in a Mario Kart game. I've never done anything with Mario Kart usually outside of just whenever I have siblings in town that this is like the one game that they like to play. I play Mario Kart with them. No, this is a game that I have actually put some decent amount of time into, and I have quite enjoyed it. So, you know, good on you, Mario Kart World. You did it. And with that, Deltarune, okay, here's the good question, right? I'm gonna put it right there. I would put it in S because I think that this is a great experience. And in fact, it is made by such a small team. It's really cool. I don't want to put it in S until I know that the entire game is S-worthy material. And by that, of course, I mean the later chapters that haven't come out yet. What I've seen so far is really good. I just don't want to put it up over that threshold until I know that the rest of the game is that good. And I have faith in Toby Fox and his friends, and I'm sure that they'll be able to make it as best as they can. But I just want to wait and see. I just want to wait and see if it is as good as they have said it is, and people are expecting it to be. But for now, like mid-A, like really good game. I still love this game. Never played Undertale. I have to do that at some point. Okay, what did I play? Oh yeah. Okay, guys. Pretty easy here. This is probably one of the best games I have ever played. I'm a sucker for 3D platformers. I have played almost every 3D Mario game. As you can tell by the series of videos I'm making, I'm revisiting a lot of them. Yeah, I think I've played at least a little bit of every single 3D Mario game, and I've completed most of them. And Donkey Kong Bonanza is made by the same team that made the recent 3D Mario games. It's amazing. What can I say? I really love the destruction mechanics, everything about that. I just had a really good time with this game. I sunk so many hours into this game. I'm not gonna rank anything with DLC implemented into it. I'm gonna try to rank these all games as all like standalone releases before DLC was added to it. So I won't talk about the DLC, even though I've had a ton of fun with that. But I think the Odyssey team learned a lot from making Odyssey, and not if they had made made you get 1,000 bananas, that would have been too much. But I think they figured out, it's like, okay, we don't want to make them have to do too much outside of the bananas that are already there. We don't want to make them like grind coins or gold or anything to get a ton, or banana chips in this game to get a ton of bananas. We're gonna still make them do it a little bit, but honestly, like even the small amount of grinding that I had to do at the end to buy the last bananas and get the last amount of things for some post-game stuff, I still had a really good time with this. I don't know. I think the the Bananza transformations are really well implemented. The music is great. The gameplay is really fun. I really liked some twists that they pulled, which was like, how do you do that for a Donkey Kong game? And then if you played Donkey Kong game, you know. But that's my personal game of the year, probably because I haven't played any other game of the year nominees this year. Really, really solid game to come out just like a month after the Switch's launch. If this is what they did for a Donkey Kong game, I am more than excited to see what they eventually do for the next 3D Mario game. And then actually, right around this time, I actually played Donkey Kong Country for the first time. Okay. I'm just a sad little gamer, guys. Hear me out. I know you could probably just say, okay, you're just a kid. You're bad at video games, whatever. And I can accept that. I still did have fun with this game. I just realized that I was abusing the save states, and I think if I wasn't abusing the save states, that would have made my enjoyment just plummet. But I still had a really good time with this game. And I would probably, it's just barely below Echoes because it is a faster experience. It's a faster game than Echoes would take to play, obviously, if you go fast. I would probably be a bit more open to replaying this. But I just had such a good experience with this, even though it was a good experience, but it was like a good experience that I might tarnish if I come back. Donkey Kong Country, I think I could come back and have no issues with. It's just like those initial impressions is kind of what's putting it here for me. Pokemon Legends Z-A. Oh boy, what do we do with you? I have not played a Pokemon game since Sword and Shield, and that was like my first Pokemon game, like mainline Pokemon game. I never had the Pokemon games on the DS, even though I was raised with one, and I didn't pick up a 3DS until my early adult life, so I never played the 3DS games. I never had a Game Boy Advance or anything before that, and so the Switch, when I got that, was like the first opportunity I had to play Pokemon game, and I played Sword, and I enjoyed it, but not enough to really like sell me on playing any other Pokemon games after that, you know? And I eventually was told, like, you should really play Black and White. Black and White are really good. And then I eventually did pick up White, and I played that on my DS, and I really enjoyed it. And I will probably go back and play that game one day. But I think what sold me on Legends Z-A was just the combat and the catching style, because I was eyeing Arceus for a while. I was eyeing Legends Arceus, but it just like wasn't completely selling me. And then Z-A came in and just completely revitalized the entire battle system, and it was just something that was a bit more akin to my tastes. I'm just not the biggest fan of like just turn-based battles. I don't know, just something wrong with my mind, and yet somehow I like Fire Emblem. I don't, probably just because there's a bit more strategy with that, and that makes my mind you know, like that a bit more. But with just like regular Pokemon like Sword and Shield, is like just one guy out and just like 4 moves. And you can do some crazy stuff with that, but it just never was enough to like really grab me. But Legends Z-A, I really liked. I know there's like the graphical issues and whatever, but it's like, it's a Pokemon game. I just have to learn to look past that. So I would say right there. Just because of the battling system. I was a sucker for that battle system, and this is the first game, again, out of like the 3 Pokemon games I played, but this is the first game where I even wanted to complete the decks, and I did that, and it was awesome. And I had a lot of fun doing that. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Legends Z-A. Again, like no opinion on the DLC, because I'm recording this like right before the DLC comes out anyway, so I haven't played it. But yeah, I think it's a solid experience. It's a solid step in the right direction, especially from the other games that have been on the Switch. And so I hope that the whole mess of whoever's involved with Pokemon, Nintendo, Creatures, Game Freak, and everyone else, that they see this as like, we could try a bit harder. Wishful thinking, I know. But if they make another game like Legends Z-A, I'd be down to buy it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So there you go. And our final fantasy. Okay, let me premise this. I have never played a Final Fantasy game before. As you can see, by probably, as could probably be hinted as like, oh, I just don't really like turn-based battle systems. And then picking up Z-A because it didn't have a turn-based battle system. I don't know what it was exactly about 16 that reached out to me. I think I saw like a trailer around the time it came out, which is like 2 years ago now, but I just saw that and I was like, just something like clicked in my mind. It's like, that's something I want to try that one day. And I was like, I don't have a PlayStation. And I'm not going to buy that big of a console just for one game. Just like, I want to play Halo, but I'm not going to buy a whole Xbox just to play Halo. Which is why I will eventually play that on Steam. But Final Fantasy, it's just something about that clicked with me. And I was like, I want to try that out. And I just saw it on sale with the DLC for like $40. And I just picked it up and I started playing it. And holy cow, I love this game quite a bit. I really like the combat system. I really like how you can swap in and out of like the icons, and you can really make the battle system your own. And you can have some real fun with that. And I really like that. Story-wise, I do like it. It is quite long. I'm currently replaying it on the Final Fantasy difficulty, and I'm just kind of laughing about how quickly I'm going through the game now that I'm not watching every single cutscene. And I'm going back and I'm doing all the side quests now too. And so the fact that that playthrough is still going faster than my initial playthrough where I was doing barely any side quests is pretty funny. It speaks to how many cutscenes are in this game, but I really do like the story. I think it goes pretty good. It does falter a little bit at the end, but for the rest of the game, it goes so well that I don't really mind. Spectacle and like set pieces, it does really well. Side quests are very combat heavy, in which I like the combat, but they rarely do much for the story. And so I do wish that the side quests were at least a bit more varied, but it's usually like, hey, I need to get this thing. Can you get this thing for me? And then you go and you try to get that thing, and there's a bunch of monsters surrounding that thing. So like, well, I gotta kill these monsters to get this thing. And then you do that, and you get the thing, and the guy's like, oh, thank you so much, traveler. I'm indebted to you. And either that or it's like, oh, this person needs help, and you go and help them, and you fight monsters. And I was like, oh, and it's very rarely something that doesn't involve combat. And I was like, I get it. Like, combat is like this game's big thing. But I do wish that the side quests were just a little bit more varied, and that there wasn't that much. So yeah, there's my ranking of games for the year. Games that I played this year. Let me know how you would have ranked them. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. I'm not. But yeah, I am really happy that I diversified my palette a bit. I'm glad that I dipped my toes into franchises that I don't usually do so. And I'm glad I dipped into the genres that I don't usually do so. And so, I mean, that's about it. So thanks for tuning into the Josh Show. You all have a happy holidays, because this video should be coming out around the holidays, I think. And I will see you later. Peace.